What an insane freaking day for manga fans, for Weekly Shonen Jump manga readers. Like, Blue Box, great chapter, which I'm about to talk about. We have Jujutsu Kaisen. We have that One Piece chapter, the Black Clover chapter, the My Hero Academia chapter, the Moshly chapter, the Undead Unluck chapter, and eventually, I cannot wait to be caught up with Dr. Stone. It's just like, back-to-back quality chapters today, and I'm just like, yo! I can't get enough of this. This is good. It's so good. It's just like, oh, it's so good. It's such a good day. It is such a good day. And on top of that, we have E3 later today, and I'm excited to see all that gaming news. But enough with that. Let's get into what you kind of clicked on this video for, and that is Blue Box, Chapter 9 to be exact. So as you all know, about a few days ago, about 3-4 days ago, I made a, overall first impressions of Blue Box. I sat down and did a first impressions of the series, talked about my overall thoughts on the first 8 chapters of the manga, and I basically said that it's great. It's a great romance sports manga that I hope does not get canceled. That was pretty much my thoughts, and I obviously, in the video, I said I want to do videos on the series. I want to talk about it. Now, I don't know how often I can do chapter reviews of the series, because romance series are harder to talk about. They really are, but there is enough content within Chapter 9 for me to talk about, and so I wanted to sit down and talk about it, because this is a good chapter, and it's cute. It's a nice way to really wrap up the chapters for today. I was just like, yo, I need to express this good vibe, this happy feeling. Hopefully all of you could feel my good vibes. I'm just pressing towards you. But, okay, so I'm looking at the chapter right now, and just like, I want to say I really, really love Tai and Chi. Like, I love these two characters. They're so cute together, and that final sequence at the end of the chapter where, they have to rush onto the rooftop, and he has to, like, hand her, the outfit and all that, the gym clothes, and, like, she's, trying to grab it to be able to change to go get ready. It's just, like, everything about the sequence is very cute, and there is no fan service as well, which that's another thing I need to talk about. So I briefly mentioned this in my, my first impressions, and I was like, there was no fan service so far. However, there could be fan service in the future, like I said. And this, if there was any time for fan service, this would definitely be the chapter for fan service, because the gym uniform, like, it's a common trope. It's a common cliche you see in these type of stories. Like, maybe not this one, but, you would see that, especially with the gym uniform and all of that. But that was indeed not the case. Easily, the main character, Tai, could have walked in accidentally to, like, the girls' room, and then, an awkward situation could have happened, and he was hit on his head and thrown out or whatever, that type of stuff. But that was indeed not the case. Or even an awkward moment with Chi, the main female character, and, like, he saw her and she got embarrassed or whatever. That was also not the case. Or, like, there was no fan service whatsoever. And once again, I know some might want fan service, but I think that just keeping it without fan service is actually very wholesome, and it allows this series to really develop, in my personal opinion. I don't think this is a series that needs fan service to prosper. So just, that was a big plus for me. That was a big win, just seeing how this chapter really skirted around that, didn't need it whatsoever, and they had these, these panels that were obviously like, whoa, okay, she's actually doing this, but it doesn't show anything. So I'm just like, I appreciate Blue Box for that. It's just like, that's a huge win in my book alone, just by this chapter. So one of the big things I want to talk about, though, is just like how Tai and Chi's relationship has really progressed so far, or not really progressed. Like, it's progressed and not progressed. One of the big things is that this chapter opens up letting us know that a month has passed since Chi decided to stay at Tai's place. And this lets us know that a good amount of time has settled in. Like, weeks have passed, and he's kind of gotten used to now Chi's presence, and, they're over the awkward phase. There's not really much awkwardness going on, and that's, once again, a big plus, and you can see that now they're trying to move it into maybe the next phase, or at least Tai is trying to move it into the next phase, and you have these situations where there's a mix-up with grabbing the wrong bag, especially like we see with the gym uniform in this chapter, and he realizes when he, gives it to her at the end of the chapter, and she just changes right there on the rooftop, he thinks that maybe she doesn't see him as a man or as a dude, which is kind of sad for the man. Like, he's getting friend zoned or maybe even brother zoned to a certain extent, because maybe in his head he thinks that she's looking at him like a little brother or an older brother. And I feel bad for him to a certain extent, and I wonder how this is going to work out. I do wonder how this romance between them is going to blossom, because of just, you know, this situation. They're living such a comfortable life now with each other that they're really not kind of getting shy or embarrassed. So just, there's a lot there. I wonder how Ty's going to get out of this. Is he going to have to confess with her? I do hope that the series doesn't give us like a ring around or whatever, and actually he straight up goes to her and like tries to express his feelings or something. It would be pretty cool if he actually does in fact do that. Which, getting on to the other side of the story, which is the sports element, there's not a whole lot of sports within this chapter. Mainly about the romance and the mix-up of the clothes. That's what the entire chapter's real premise is about. But there is some elements, but not really the focus. For instance, you have, you know, Ty, he confronts Haru and is like, hey, why are you ignoring me and all that? Hey. And, you know, obviously we know why Ty was ignoring him. You know, rushing off, trying to give the gym uniform back to Chi, because if anyone discovers it, it's going to lead to a very awkward situation. The whole school's going to find out, rumors will spread, etc. And it's not a good situation for Ty or Chi, especially trying to further their overall goals in, say, badminton and also female basketball. So they do need to keep it kind of undercover. That's secret. But Haru, obviously, he's like, why are you ignoring me, etc. What's really going on here? He's like, hey, let's go practice. And you see, you know, just Ty, he shrugs him off and kind of runs away. But amongst this little encounter, we do get one thing. We come to find out that apparently Haru is a Monster Hunter fan. Like, yo, what? Like, yo, what? Okay, that's pretty cool. Like, I like that a lot, because it's like, I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter World, and like, I beat the crap out of it. I love everything about Monster Hunter World. It just like, I cannot wait for a continuation maybe in that same type of vein. I'm glad to see another fellow Monster Hunter fan. So, yeah, then we have the scene with, you know, Hina, and how there's an awkward situation with, like, the whole outfit, and how, you know, it's like, oh, I never wash the uniform, I've been wearing it, I always wear it, I just never wash it. She's like, get out, you stink, and all that. Just everything about it. There's a lot of comedy, a lot of funniness. It's a good chapter. It's a really good chapter of Blue Box, and I'm happy I'm caught up. And once again, I just want to reinstate the point. I hope Weekly Shonen Jump doesn't cancel this series, because this is a good manga, has a lot of potential, and I want to see this one day get an anime. It really has so much potential as an anime one day, and I hope it does in fact happen. But I guess I'm gonna wrap it up there. It's, like I said, a good chapter, cute chapter, a nice way to really put the cherry on top of a good day. But anyways, guys, be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you got this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click that bell icon down below, because it does help me out a lot. It allows you to get notified for whenever I upload a video and to keep track of what I'm doing. But anyways, guys, be safe. Chibi out.